content about learning mathematics with the material system of two-variable linear equation in the grade 8. This learning uses direct instruction models. In this learning model contains 5 steps. The first is delivering goals and preparing students. The second is demonstrating knowledge or skill. The third is guiding training. The fourth is check understanding and provide feedback. And the last is provide opportunities for advanced training and implementation. I will show you the detail in this video. Happy watching! Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello students, how are you today?
I'm fine. And you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine too. Okay, before we start our lesson, let's pray together. Pray, start. Finish. Okay, today who is absent?
No one, ma'am.
That's good. Okay, today we will learn about two-variable linear equation system. The purpose of this learning is to find the solution of the problem related to the two-variable linear equation system using graphical method. Okay students, before we continue our learning, do you know why we need to learn about this material? Why? I will give you an example. If mother has bought 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of oranges with price 25,000 rupiahs, and then in the next day she bought 1 kg of apples and 3 kg of oranges with the same price. So, what is the price of 1 kilogram of apples and 1 kilogram of oranges? Do you know how to solve it? To solve the problem, we can use the two-variable linear equation system. So, this material really related to our daily activities. Okay, now we will learn about this material. Okay, so if you have any question, just ask to me. Do you remember about linear equation?
Yes.
Yes, Risma, please tell us about linear equation.
Linear equation is an open sentence that have one variable.
Yes, that's good. Give applause to Risma. Linear equation is an open sentence that have equal sign and have one variable with the power is 1. Okay, do you remember about how to solve x plus 5 is equal to 12? So what is the value of x?
7.
7. How you can find 7, Risma?
I move the 5 in the right side.
So you subtract the left side and the right side with the same value, that is 5. So you have x is equal to 7.
Yes.
Yes, that's good. Okay, now if we have 2x plus y is equal to 6 and 2x minus 3y is equal to 4, what is the value of the addition from these two algebraic form?
4x
minus
2y
2y
is equal to 10.
10. Yes, that's right. Give applause to Alfi. Okay, now do you remember about straight line equation that you have learned in the previous meeting?
Yes.
Okay, now if I have 2x plus y is equal to 6, so how we can draw this equation into the Cartesian diagram?
First, determine the intersection point with the x-axis so the y is equal to 0.
Oh, that's good. So the y is equal to 0, and then we input to the equation. 2x plus 0 is equal to 6. So 2x is equal to 6, and the value of x is 3. And then so we get the point is 3, 0. Okay, now we have to find the coordinate in the y-axis. So what is?
So x is equal to 0.
X is equal to 0. Then we input the equation. So 0 plus y is equal to 6. Y is equal to 6. Then we get the point is
0,
6. Then can you draw it in the Cartesian diagram if we have 2 points?
Yes.
So what is the form of 2 points in the Cartesian diagram?
Linear.
Yes, it means these 2 points can make a straight line. So it's called straight line equation. Okay. Now we will learn about 2 variable linear equation. I will explain you. And before we explain that, open the PowerPoint that I have been shared to you. Okay? Yes. Do you have any question from this explanation about material that you have learned before?
No.
Yes, that's good. Okay, let's continue our lesson.
Okay students, today I will explain you about 2 variable linear equation system. So what is the difference between linear equation of 1 variable and linear equation of 2 variable? The first difference is the linear equation of 1 variable just have 1 variable. But if linear equation of 2 variables, the equation has 2 variables. And the general form of linear equation of 1 variable is ax plus b is equal to c. But if linear equation of 2 variable has the general form px plus qy is equal to r. Okay, do you understand? Now we will learn about 2 variable linear equation system. If there are 2 or more linear equations of 2 variables that have a relationship with each other and have one solution, then that is what is called the 2 variable linear equation system. The general form is px plus qy is equal to r, and the second equation is vx plus wy is equal to z. Now, 2 variable linear equation system requirements can have one solution, namely, there are 2 linear equations of 2 similar variables, and then the 2 variable linear equation which form the 2 variables linear equation system are not the same 2 variable linear equation. So that it is not the same 2 variables, right? So these 2 conditions must be fulfilled before we can calculate the linear equation of 2 variables. Now, how to solve 2 variable linear equation system? There are 4 methods. The first method is graphical method, and then elimination method and substitution method, and the last is mixed methods, elimination and substitution. Okay, now we will learn about solving the linear equation of two variable system with graphical method. So, in this case, we determine the set of settlement or HP systems of two variable linear equation using the graphical method. How to solve it? First, we must determine the coordinates of the intersection of each equation with respect to the x-axis. Second is determine the coordinates of the intersection of each equation with respect to the y-axis. The third is draw a graph of each equation in a Cartesian plane. You have learned about how to draw in the Cartesian plane, right? In the previous meeting. Now, the fourth step is find the intersection from the graph, if any. And then the last is find the set of settlement or HP. Okay. Now, the two variable linear equation system has three conditions. The first one is if the two lines intersect at one point, then the settlement set has exactly one member. So if we have two equations and then the two equations make a straight line that have intersection at one point, then the settlement set has exactly one member. Okay. The second condition is if the two lines are parallel, the settlement set does not have any members. It is said that the set of solution is an empty set and is written like that. Okay, now the third condition is if two lines is coincide, then the settlement set has an infinite number of members. So coincide here means two lines have same line, has a same line or that cannot intersect in one point and they are not parallel. Okay, now if you have understand about the materials, I will give you an example to solve two variable linear equation system. Okay, here the condition. Today, Arin decided to have lunch at KFC because there was a promo, which is free large soft drinks for every purchase of the super large package. If the price of the super large package 1 that have 1 chicken, 1 rice, and free large soft drink is 60,000 rupiah, and the price of the super large package 2 that contains 2 chickens, 1 rice, and free large soft drink is 28,000 rupiah. Here's the promo. Okay. After this, we determine the price 1 chicken and 1 rice using the graphical method. Okay. Now, to solving the problem given using graphical method, we must turn the sentences in the story problem into a mathematical model, thus forming a system of linear equations. Do you still remember about mathematical model? So we change the story that contains important thing into a mathematical model. So we assume X is the price of 1 chicken, and then Y is the price of 1 rice. So from the first promo, the super large promo, we can get the mathematical model is X plus Y is equal to 16,000 rupiah, because X is represented a chicken and Y is represented a rice. Okay, we don't included the free soft drink large because it is free, and every promo has its soft drink. Okay, now from the second promo we have 2 chicken and 1 rice, so the mathematical model is 2x plus y is equal to 28,000 rupiah. Okay, now we find the coordinates of the 2 points that are placed by the graph of each equation. From the first equation, we get the equation is x plus y is equal to 16,000 rupiah. And then we find the coordinate of intersection with respect to y-axis. Then we change the value of x is equal to 0. And then we input it to the equation. So we get 0 plus y is equal to 16,000. And then the value of y is equal to 16,000. And then we find the coordinate of intersection with respect to x-axis. So we change the value of y is equal to 0. And then we input it to the equation and we get x plus 0 is equal to 16,000 rupiah. So x is equal to 16,000 rupiah. So from the calculation, we get the graph of the equation x plus y is equal to 16,000 rupiah have intersects the x-axis at 16,000, 0 and intersect the y-axis at 0, 16,000 rupiah. So how about the second equation? We will find the coordinates like the first equation. So we get the equation 2x plus y is equal to 28,000, and then we find the coordinate of intersection with respect to y-axis. So we change the value of x is equal to 0 and then we input it to the equation. So we get 0 plus y is equal to 28,000 rupiah. And then the value of y is equal to 28,000 rupiah. And then we find the coordinate of the intersection with respect to x-axis. So we change the value of y is equal to 0 and then we input it to the equation. So we get 2x plus 0 is equal to 28,000 rupiah. And then the value of x is 14,000 rupiah. From the calculation, we get the graph of the equation 2x plus y is equal to 28,000 rupiah have intersects the x-axis at 14,000, 0 and intersects the y-axis at 0, 28,000. Okay, now we will use the fourth point to draw in the Cartesian plan. Okay. Now we will draw the graph in Cartesian plan.
Draw the coordinates that we have before in the Cartesian plan. The Cartesian is represented scale in thousand because we have a large number in 1,000 rupiah. So x is represented in 1,000 scale and y also. First we put the coordinates in the first equation, that is 16,000.0 and 0.16 16,000. Then we make a straight line between these 2 points. And then we put the point from the second equation, that is 14,000 and 0 and 0 and 28,000. Then we draw it. Okay, then we have the intersection in this. So we take the straight line, that is 12 and 4. So the intersection is 12.4. So the value, the price of a rice is 4,000 rupiahs, and the price for a chicken, a fried chicken, is 12,000 rupiahs. Okay.
We'll explain to you how to solve this two linear equation system using graphical method by using GeoGebra software. You can open it the GeoGebra application first, and then we just input the equation. That is, the first equation is x plus y is equal to 60,000 rupiahs. But to easier this equation, we just input 16 in this GeoGebra. So the Cartesian plan represented 1,000 scale. Okay, so it doesn't change the value. It is the same because the scale is in 1,000. Okay, now we enter it. Then we find the straight line, and now we input the second equation, that is 2x plus y is equal to 28. Just 28 without 1,000 rupiahs because it is represented a 1,000 scale. Okay, now we enter it. We can also change the color. We then click the line that you would change the color, and then you can right click and select the object properties, and then choose the color do you want. Okay, now the color is different, right? Okay, so this is line F, or line of equation x plus y is equal to 16. You can look it in the left side, and G is aligned from 2x plus y is equal to 28. Now we find the intersection from these two straight line. We can choose here in point menu, then we click, then appear some menus, so we choose the intersect menus, then we click the two straight line, one, and this is two lines. So will appear a point from the intersection, of line F and line G, that is a point that have coordinate 12, 4. So the value of x is 12 and the value of y is 4. So we change the x is equal to a chicken and y is equal to a bowl of rice, right? So the price of the chicken is 12,000 for each chicken, and then the value of a rice is a bowl of rice is 4,000 rupiahs. Okay, now let's solve this problem. In the cage, there are 13 goats and chickens. If the number of animal legs is 32 tails, then determine the number of each goats and chickens by the graph method. Okay, do it individually in your notebook.
Do you have any question from my explanation?
No, ma'am.
So, you have learned about two variable linear equation system. Now we will solve the problem that given to you. So what is the problem, Risma?
In the cage, there are 13 goats and chickens. If the number of animal legs is equal to 32 tails, then determine the number of goats and chickens each by the graph method.
Okay, now you can do it individually. What is we looking for?
First, we assume that goat is x and chicken is y.
Okay, so we have find two mathematical model. So what is the mathematical model?
X plus y
X plus y
is 13.
is equal to 13, and then
4x
for x
plus 2y
plus 2y
is equal to
32. How do you get the two equation? For x plus 2y, how do you get it?
4x is from the goat legs.
Oh, so we assume x is represented a
Goat.
goat and y is represented a chicken. Okay, now what will we looking for next?
We will find the coordinate of 2 points that are placed by the graph of each equation.
Okay, so we find the intersect with x-axis, so y is equal to
0.
0. Okay, you can solve it in your notebook. Okay. So from this equation, what do you get when y is equal to 0 and then x is equal to 13. Now find the intersect with y-axis. What do you get?
X is equal to 0.
X is equal to 0, then
0 plus y
0 plus y
is equal to 13.
So, from these two intersection, we have 2 points, right? What is that?
0, comma 13
And
and 13, comma 0.
okay, now from these two equation, that is for x or x
plus 0
hmm,
is equal to
is equal
32.
to 32. Then we have the value of our x is 32. So the value of x is
8.
8. Then how about the intersection in y-axis?
X is equal to 0.
X is equal to 0 and then
0 plus
mhm,
2y
y
is equal to 32.
is equal to 32. Then what will we do?
2y is
2y
equal
is equal to
to 32. Y is 16.
16. So do you get the point from this equation?
Yes, x comma x comma 16
x0, comma 16 and
8 comma 0.
8, comma 0. Okay, can you draw it in the Cartesian plan?
Yes.
Okay, do it individually. I will check it. Okay, can you draw the graph?
Yes. From these 2 points, we can draw a straight line. And then we draw the second. And we draw the second line.
And then?
So I got the intersection point 3, 10.
So, what is the solution of this problem?
So the number of goats is 2, 3, and the number of chicken is 10.
Okay, that's good. Give applause to Risma. Okay. Now can you solve this problem with the software QGebra that I have explained you?
Yes.
Okay, come on, let's try. Okay. Now, how you solve with this QGebra software?
First, we input the first equation. And then we input the second equation. Then we find the intersection. And the intersection point is 3, 10.
Okay, that's good. So, what is the value is same with
Yes.
your activities before?
Yes, same.
Okay. Do you know if GeoGebra is more easier to find the result or it's difficult for you?
Yes, it's the more simple.
Okay. Okay, now do you have any question?
No, ma'am.
Have you understand all of this lesson?
Yes.
Now I want to ask you, what is the step to find the solution of two-variable linear equation system using graphical method? Risma, please.
First, find the mathematical model. Then intersect with x-axis. Then intersect with y-axis. And then draw the graph in Cartesian diagram.
Yes, that's good. Give applause to Risma. You have 10-point addition for me. Now, how about you, Alfi? How to solve the two-variable linear equation system using graphical method?
Find mathematical model, intersect with x-axis, and draw the graph.
Oh, you missed one thing. We need to find the intersection with y-axis before we draw the graphical in the Cartesian diagram. Okay? Okay. But that's good. Now I will give you worksheet for you, and it can be exercise for you to solve the two-variable linear equation system. Okay, you can do it individually.
Yes.
So, do you get the intersection?
Yes, the intersection point is 3,2.5.
So, what is the answer of the problem?
So the price of notebook is 3,000 and the price of pencil is 2,500.
Okay, that's good. Do you have any question from our lesson today?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so today we have learned about two-variable linear equation system using graphical method. The step 1 is find the mathematical model, and then we find the coordinate of intersection with respect to x-axis and y-axis, and then we draw the graph into the Cartesian diagram, or you can use the GeoGebra software to find the solution about the two-variable linear equation system. Okay, in the next meeting we will learn about how to solve two-variable linear equation system using elimination method. Okay, don't forget to study at home. I'm sorry if I have a lot of mistakes. Thank you for your attention today. Wassalamualaikum.